What's up, guys? Doing a brief unboxing on something very special and cool that I found randomly on eBay. Um, so as you may, if you notice, I've kind of been in a Metroid mood recently. As I've stated before, Samus in the past recent years has become my favorite Nintendo character. When I was younger, it was always Donkey Kong and Mario, because I was obsessed with animals and I love gorillas. So, of course, Donkey Kong just kind of stuck with me. Um, but as I got older, I slowly got to learn more about Metroid and Samus and the lore and her character. And over time, I started I guess reading like on the fandom and watching game reviews. And then eventually I decided to go ahead and start playing the Metroid games. The first one I ever played and the first one I beat was Fusion. Um, So, with that being said, that was roughly around 2, 3 years ago. So since then, I've been a pretty dedicated Metroid fan. I'm still a casual fan. Well, I would say I'm a diehard fan, but as far as playing all the games, I'm a casual because I'm a casual gamer. I've only played three. I've played four, and I've only beaten two. Um, so yeah. Um, Without further ado, let's see what I got. So yeah, I've actually bought three Metroid figures recently. My most recent one was the Joyride figure, which unfortunately broke on me. Um, and I bought another Jack specific version of action figure. And then there's the three Figma figures, which I haven't bought yet, but I have one of them on pre-order um, in a couple months. But yeah, and I plan on maybe getting another Joyride figure. But with that all out of the way, let's go ahead and see what I got. So I kind of opened her already. I like that the seller is kind of weird. They put a smiley face. But yeah, the Metro games, I mean, they're fun, but they're challenging. And like with a lot of Nintendo's games, there's a certain formula or certain way you play the game. Like with Mario, I mean, if you play a Mario game, you pretty much know the setup and the gameplay. Same with Zelda and the same with Donkey Kong. So yeah, Metroid has its own form of gameplay. It is a fun game, but it is challenging, and sometimes it can be frustrating. But if you haven't played the games, I say give it a shot. Um, so what I have here is probably one of the dopest things I could have bought in recent couple of years. Um, oh my goodness. So what you see before you is a custom Metroid Fusion version of Samus. Um, so this is a custom. Someone handmade this. And when I saw it randomly and they were asking for a very cheap price, like $30, $40. They sculpted it. I mean, they made the pieces handmade. Um, and it's a custom Samus. Um, so when I saw it, I was instantly like, yeah, I think I'm gonna buy this. And I'm grateful that I did. And she arrived securely. Now, as you can see, she looks incomplete. So the yellow is supposed to be here. That's part of the original look of the fusion suit. But the seller is selling these figures incomplete, basically. Now the listing had a painted version, a fully painted version of the figure, but to me it was like, well, why not bother painting every version that you sell to someone instead of having someone have to go and paint it themselves? Not that I wouldn't mind painting it, because I've painted figures in the past, even though I'm an amateur customizer or painter. But currently, what's going on in the world is just kind of an inconvenience for someone like me to have to go and buy paint materials for a figure for one small project when the seller themselves could have easily painted it. But that's the only con I have. But I mean, I'm grateful to have this, that I saw it, that he was selling it for a very cheap price. And he's only selling these in limited quantities. So if anybody's interested in buying this, let me know. I'll send you a link to the listing. Um, but yeah, man, this thing is just so solid. And once I get her painted, I mean, she's going to look so, so nice. Um, I mean, the sculpt is really well made. Um, so fun fact, years ago, several years ago, like 10 years ago, a company or a group made a custom model kit that you could buy that you had to assemble it yourself. But some people who had bought that model kit were selling a finished complete version like for sale on eBay. Excuse me. But that's pretty difficult to come by these days. I haven't seen it for sale for I mean I've never seen them for sale. Um, so this figure is kind of like those figures. But yeah, so I guess that's kind of it for this review. I just want to show this off. I will paint her. I don't know when. Maybe I'll try to do the next couple of weeks because now that I have her in hand, I really want to see her painted. Oh, fell over. But yeah, this represents how big of a Metroid fan I am. But since, like I said, Fusion was the first game I played, um, I just felt like it was natural. I always wanted a figure of the Fusion suit, so I just felt like it was natural to get this figure. Um, and she's pretty tall. Um, I would scale her with my Joyride figure, but since she's broken, I'm not gonna bother messing with her. Um, when I paint her, I'll give her a size comparison. But yeah, yeah, this is kind of a one in a once in a lifetime type of thing. I'm happy I got her. I saw her for sale. Um, as the sculpt is very nice. She'll look better painted. Um, but yeah, like everything's pretty much ball jointed, so you know that's a plus. But yeah, like I said, Fusion was the first game I played and the first game I beat. So I'm glad to have a figure representation of the Fusion suit. But yeah, I guess really quick I'll go over articulation. So ball jointed arm, ball jointed I guess arm socket, ball jointed elbow, um, ball jointed head, ball jointed waist, ball joints in the legs, the fist is on a ball joint, the feet are on a ball joint, and the knees. Actually, I'm not sure. Um, I'm not sure. Oh, no, the legs aren't double, the knees aren't double jointed. They're just one ball joint. Um, so like I said, very articulated, very nicely sculpted. Of course, I don't recommend actively playing with her. Posing her would be nice. It would just be okay. But since it's a custom, it could break or deteriorate over time. But yeah, so that's it for this brief unboxing. Like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for more, you guys. So stay safe, stay healthy, etc. But yeah, so peace, you guys.